aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not in it yet. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer, that's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame ensures that forever I reign.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the full.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in
the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now the third running back taken in April's draft. This is James Cook. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And we're pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 4th down, Jones is going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They try again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. I'm looking down from our booth. You can tell this crowd wants them to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it. And he's weighing that through his head right now. Actually trying to filter that out, because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Daniel Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being done.
Touchdown! Mike Williams with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good for Santoso. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Daniel Jones with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good from Santoso. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Justin Fields, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown. Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone. From the 31, Jones. And that is incomplete. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And Jones going to keep once more. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover. Yeah, and this is a tough one, because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, it's Fields. Eluding the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. To try again after the sack. Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction. Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 97 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
The kick by Lutz is good, and that gets them back within 10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On second and inches. Jones. Smith catches left side. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. The throw taken in by Cole. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know? He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing on third down, Fields. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. And when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're down to pass of over 15 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
But there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Jones now off the play fake. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moss. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll go as a pickup of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Williams, 66 yards. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good for Santoso. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 4th down, Fields has to have this one. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. This is Hamler on the receiving end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Fields. Goodwin able to hold it in. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Fields on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time now? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's taken on the 25. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 4, and it gives them the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They're going option play on 3rd down. Here's a 3rd-year man from Utah, Zach Moss. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.